The Mecklenburg County DA's office continues to push for more prosecutors. Figures show that it now takes up to 6 years before families whose loved ones were murdered get a chance for justice in a courtroom. WCNC Charlotte's Michelle Bowden followed one case that took that long to go to trial. She actually sat down with both the DA and the family as both continue to ask, where's the money tonight?
A Charlotte area mom whose son was gunned down in the university area 6 years ago waited that long for justice, a combination of COVID delays and staffing shortages at the Mecklenburg County DA's office. All of that has the DA begging the state for more funding and families begging for justice.
It's hard trying to figure out how to live in my new norm.
Claudia Davis's home is filled with pictures and tributes to her late son, Don Quavius. He was shot and killed in what she calls a misunderstanding.
It's gone. It's really gone.
Quay, as she called him, was killed 6 years ago in May of 2019, but the case didn't go to trial until this year. And Claudia says the reality of her loss has finally set in.
The last few months, I call it post-trial trauma. It brought the reality of him really being gone, and I just could not believe I was sitting in a courtroom during a murder trial and hearing my son's name in the past tense. You know, you miss that beautiful smile of his.
We first sat down with Claudia back in 2021 when she was awaiting the trial.
How tough is it that we are 2 years past and you don't have any closure? There hasn't been a trial.
It's a daily struggle to just even want to live.
In that same story, we also spoke to Mecklenburg County District Attorney Spencer Merriweather. COVID had closed the courts for 16 months, adding to the already strained workload of the DA's office in trying to get murder cases to trial.
That 3-year wait has become a 4-year wait. I have every expectation that it will become a 5-year wait.
He was right. In fact, the wait has ballooned to 6 years in some cases, including Don Quavius's. The man who killed him was finally convicted.
Don Quavius was a good person, a good friend. Like, to this day, 6 years later, they still come over. They still go to his grave. You know, the groundskeeper says somebody's there almost every day.
The DA remains frustrated at the amount of time it takes to get families justice in Charlotte.
We have nowhere close to the amount of people that we really need to be giving victims what they deserve.
Merriweather has been begging for more prosecutors for years.
In 10 years, we've added a single prosecutor to our homicide unit. And I just told you that, we've got a really significant percentage of increases of the cases that we're seeing over time.
In 2015, there were 90 homicide cases a year. Now that number, 122. But the number of prosecutors to handle the cases, remarkably low. The DA says he should have 124 prosecutors to handle the caseload in a timely manner. He only has 85, and 23 of those are actually paid for by the county when the state is supposed to foot the bill.
And it's not just the quote-unquote DA's office that suffers, it's the community that suffers when we're not staffed.
He's lobbied the General Assembly for more help. The pending state budget could add 10 new positions, but that's still not enough to be on par with other jurisdictions.
I think that our folks deserve just as much, speedy resolution of cases, but it takes people to do that, and it takes an investment to do that, and I think it's a long time coming for us to have that here in Mecklenburg County.
Davis says the 6-year wait for justice nearly killed her. She spent much of the time advocating for help for the justice system.
Not only did he kill him, he killed me. He killed me.
An added layer to all of this, cases are just more complex these days because they have to review body camera footage, cell phone footage, so it takes more manpower and more time to get a case to trial. Reporting in Charlotte, Michelle Bowden, WCNC Charlotte.